Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to Market Psychology 101, where we try to find value in the market when there's fear and to be cautious when there's greed. Today, we're going to be taking a look at some of the altcoins, the top altcoins available on Coinbase. So, on my channel, I like to look at coins available for most people that are on Coinbase or Robinhood. I made a separate video for coins that are available on both Coinbase and Robinhood, some that are just on Robinhood, and today's are going to be the other top five I have not talked about yet that are on Coinbase. I know there's hundreds, and if you want me to do analysis of any others, please comment those below. But today we're going to be taking a look at Solana, Cardano, MATIC, DOT, and Ripple, XRP. Um, Now, here's where I like to start my analysis. This is just me. Anytime I begin, I like to take a look at, I click on the yearly time frame and I see, are we overbought? Are we oversold? Recently, we are overbought. Now, when we've been overbought, the price keeps moving higher. And if we draw a fib from, I know there's lows back here. I am going to move the goalposts a little bit because those lows are about to run away. If we take a look at the last year, what are fibs doing? You can see here we were just kind of consolidating in the 618 range. We blew through the 0.5, and right now we are at the 236 here, just from that recent high that we had on Christmas. This is for Solana. So Solana, I know it got somewhere around 120, 130. And what's interesting, I was talking about Solana with a friend of mine literally days before, and this fib I drew here, I drew like a week ago or before it ran. And funny enough, we were looking at Solana hitting this 135 range. Now, it didn't quite get there. It wicked near it, but it seems to have some rejection around the 618 area. Maybe it's going to start bouncing between the 786, 618, between this, what is it, 63 price and 103. So I do think it's going to start settling down a little bit around this price range. But if it does run up again to that 135 range, that's not a bad thing, because for our next bull run, um, you know, if we get a mega bull run like we have the last couple times, we're going to be taking a look at these prices between the 382 and the 618 or the 786. We're going to be thinking that these were a deal. If this is to be another mega bull run cycle, 4-year cycle like we've had before. So, who knows how high Solana will go. If it gets to 1,000, somewhere around there, we're not really going to care whether we bought it at 104 or 135. I'm just going to take a look real quick at what Solana's market cap is. And, you can use coin market cap. I'm pulling it up on my phone right now. So Solana's market cap is 45 billion. So if it did get, if the price did 10x, that would be me saying that Solana would have around a 450 billion market cap. Now, that might sound a little bit unbelievable, but remember, last mega bull run, we had Doge getting really close to 100 billion. So Solana is something where there's a lot more use case or utility. I know that word can be triggering for many in the crypto space. Um, I could see it getting there max. I could see a 10x as the max possibility from here. Now, again, would I buy right here? Me personally, no. I like when there's fear in the market, when we are double, triple tapping the oversold region, when Solana was around that 20 range. Fear and greed, here we're at greed right now, bordering extreme greed. So after it does that, and we do move in cycles, if we do get into extreme greed and then dump off in the fear, this will be the area I'm interested in buying. So right now, just interesting to see where Solana's at and whether or not it will pump even higher. Next, let's take a look at Ripple or XRP. Now, if you've watched any of my other videos, you've probably heard me rant about Ripple's community. I like Ripple. Let me start out by saying that before anyone gets too triggered. What I don't like is how many videos there are on YouTube and what else, on TikTok, where people are saying Ripple is going to go to 10,000. We're going to go from 62 cents to 10,000. And guys, if you just calculate the market cap from where it's at right now, so Ripple's current market cap is 33.5 billion. So what you do is you take 10,000 divided by 0.619, and then you multiply whatever that number is by 33.5 billion. That gets you somewhere around $500 trillion, which is just stupid and not going to happen, right? I'm sorry for all the Ripple shills out there. 10K Ripple is not going to happen anytime soon. And I hate seeing that, because for anyone who doesn't understand market cap, these people who buy and wait for that, heck, maybe they're even waiting for 100 or 1,000 Ripple. Maybe they're 10 or 100 times more conservative. They're still not going to see those prices, okay? And then whatever gains that they make, they're not going to sell because they keep waiting for it to go higher. So please do not wait for 10K Ripple. Anyways, let's go to the analysis, okay? I have the 10-20 moving average crossover with Heikin-Ashi signals. And most recently on the weekly, we have a buy signal. Now you can see there's a lot of sell and buy signals. There's a lot of chop. So I like to go to the monthly. And as you can see here, when we have this, I believe that's called the UTAD, that generally means that there's going to be a strong move in either direction. We had a buy signal here, and we've gone up a bit. So we were as low as 47 cents. And we've gone as high as 69 cents. Nice. Now, if we draw a fib from the most recent low, and I know it's not going to be perfect, to the high, you can see we're getting a little bit rejected. We have wicked above it all the way to the 618 at one time, but we're getting right underneath the 786 here. If we take a look at the yearly, you see what I mean right here. And so guess I could have drawn that line a little more accurate. It's hard when it's zoomed out. But if we do draw that line more accurately, let's see if I can get rid of this other fib so it's not distracting us as much. In the past year, you can see, from hitting that high, going back to the low, we bounced off the 786, then got through the 618, bounce off the 382, and now we're hovering around the 0.5. So, I would look to break through that 69 cent level, get back up to the 78, 79 cent level there. So that's my analysis on Ripple right now. The fact that it's in that median level, I wouldn't be as worried about buying it right now in the last year, because it's not overbought. It's not oversold either. Now, it does look to be trending down, so who knows? Maybe, possibly, when it becomes oversold, we'll see where it goes. Maybe it only goes back down to the 54 cent range. And if we do become oversold, and this is where it's sitting, again, I like when things double tap the oversold region, but I would have a hard time staying away if we got to that 54 cent range from Ripple. Next one, let's take a look at Cardano. Cardano. So Cardano is an interesting one to me. If we zoom way out, the 2018 or the 2017 bull run, it doesn't have it on here. Let me see if I can find one that maybe goes back further. Here we go. So that 2017 bull run, we got as high as $1.38, $1.39. The body was around 75 cents. And then most recently, it got a little bit above $3. So, you can say $1, $3. If we keep going up by 2, is the next bull run going to get us to $5 or $4.50? We will see. On the monthly, most recently, we had a buy signal. And on the weekly, most recently, we had a buy signal with our indicator. And if we go from the most recent low to the most recent big high. We have not quite gotten to the 786 level, which is around 85 cents. That's the number. Look at that number right by the 786, that first line, around 85 cents. Okay, right here. So I'm going to delete this. I'm going to take a look within the last year. It's going to switch to daily. So right now I'm going to ignore the indicator. Most recently we were overbought. The price did move up really big though. And it seems to be moving up a little bit, but we are starting to slowly fall down to the oversold zone. Now, as you can see here, look, we got down to this 59 level. We're not there yet, so is a bounce happening or going to happen? Maybe. Cardano showed that it bounced before, and so maybe it'll bounce again. And if we draw a fib, I'm going to go from low here to the most recent highs. So we're right in this range, and Cardano's looking like it's gearing up, getting ready to break out, break through. Maybe, to those levels that I showed you before in the long-term range. So, I do think some of these coins are getting ready for possible ETF approval blast-off news. To maybe go around that 85, 86 cent range, if not a little higher. So, should an ETF get approved and everything turns mega bullish, I would be looking at those levels. We have two more to look at here, MATIC and DOT. Let's go with DOT first. So, long term, we are overbought, but again, the price keeps moving higher. And so most recently on the weekly, we did have a buy signal. We've gone from 360, all the way to 830, 820, but, it got close to 10. If we draw a fib from our lowest low, most recently, which is around here, to our most recent high, in a mega bullish scenario, maybe we could see about breaking through the 14.5 level. So, that's almost a 2x. But again, if we go to the yearly, let's get rid of that. If we go to the yearly, go from that low. I did not start that out perfectly. I'll have to adjust that. All right, close enough. Yeah, this one's another one just getting ready to break through. So, bounce off the 618, and then bounce off the 382, and now seems like the 236, is it going to bounce off here and blast through? Maybe, and if so, then yeah, we'd be taking a look at that $15 range that we just talked about. Last one, let's take a look at MATIC. MATIC. So this is on the daily. Yeah, so here we're looking at the last year. Most recently, overbought. So guys, anytime we're overbought, if you are new, this is where I like to say time in the market is more important than timing the market. If you have more time in the market and you have 5 to 10 stocks and cryptos, whatever, that you look at for 10 minutes every week, heck, even every month, then you're going to look for times when we are oversold or when we have, something below 40 or 30, more fear in the market. Okay. But right now we are on the precipice of extreme greed with crypto. Stocks are in extreme greed right now. Crypto's in greed and we are overbought. So, I like to say patience will serve you a lot more. You'll get more value out of it. But yeah, each time we've been overbought, the price has been going up a little bit. Here we were very overbought. Here, the ratio is a little less. We went sideways and then overbought again, and price action still moved higher. If we do a fib within this last year, lowest point seems to be right there. And again, I'm looking at this line as it goes to the left here to the highest point. So got rejected a couple times off the 618. Now it seems like we got rejected off the 0.5. Maybe we come back to the 618, the 90 cent level, And then, if things got really bullish, I could see it getting back up to this, buck 55 level, buck 32, so still some room to move there. If we zoom out, and most recently, we see some chop with our indicator. Most recently, we did have a buy signal. If we take a look monthly, yeah, we had a buy signal back in November. But let's go back to the weekly. If we draw the fib from, I think this would be, this would be the same as what I just drew, right? Or no, this is different. Sorry, thinking out loud here. This would be different. Yes, it would. Okay. So from our most recent high over here, as you can see, from bouncing down off this point, got rejected off the 618, curled back up, so I would look at that buck 30 price on the right being a strong possibility. And if things were to be bullish, we'd look to see how it happened off the 236 to 382, because it might come up here to that 290 level, bounce down, and then go up. If it were to break below, if it were to do this and then come back below the 382, then I would be more worried that it's not going to break through quite yet. But those are just some numbers that I'm looking at. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video and the breakdown of Solana, Ripple, Cardano, MATIC, and DOT. These are some of the top altcoins available on Coinbase that weren't mentioned in my previous videos on altcoins that are available on both Robinhood and Coinbase, or just Robinhood. So as always, none of this financial advice. Everything I say is just my opinion, and this for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor, and every financial decision you make is your own. So, try to increase your time in the market, and because time in the market, the exact tops and bottoms, is hard to do. But here at Market Psychology, again, we're trying to find when things are fearful, oversold, and looking to maximize our value in the market there. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and that you are going to have a wonderful weekend and Happy New Year's. Take care.